Hi.
Hi everybody, it's a different day, but we're just wearing the same clothes.
Yeah, in the same spot.
That's right. And today we are gonna, I'm Vera.
I'm Christina.
We are gonna talk about relationships.
Relationships. You know, I'm really excited about that you wanted to talk about this.
Because usually I do not.
Yeah, no, she doesn't really want to talk about relationships all that much because people, you know, we can get real crazy about them and real obsessive about relationships, you know. And, but this particular topic about relationships.
My nose is big. I just saw it. As they say, as you get older, your ears get bigger and your nose gets bigger.
Really?
Yeah. My ears haven't done that yet, but my nose, man. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, anyways, but I was really glad you wanted to talk about relationships from this angle because my secondary theme is rescuer.
That person we're going to talk about, that's their primary theme.
Yeah, I was just going to say my primary is humanitarian and my second is rescuer. And
hers is reversed.
Really? Well, it's just interesting to me because
she thinks it's not, though. She thinks humanitarian is her first and it's not.
Really? Yeah. Oh, interesting. That's interesting.
She was told that, though.
I see. Well,
so I keep messing her up. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's okay.
No, go ahead.
But I was just going to point out is that we have our themes and that's where the rub happens because and also just to say real quick, our themes can change. So a lot of you might resonate to having an experience where you have felt that you needed to rescue others in relationships. And it doesn't always have to be a love relationship. No. We were just talking about that too. It can be a work situation or a social or whatever. But in the situation that we're going to use as an example today, it is a love relationship. Did you want to talk to them a little bit about?
Sure. This person that we're talking about is in a relationship. They're married, and one person has been the one that does everything. She is the rescuer.
Sounds familiar.
The other one is the taker, vampire, suck your energy type of person in the relationship. And I had mentioned this before she got into the relationship. These are the things that could happen if you have a relationship with this person.
With this particular.
So if you're going into it, you go into it with open eyes. And she thought she could handle it. And now she's in a situation where if she doesn't get out of this relationship, and I've said before, I don't say things that I don't mean. I told her if she doesn't get out of it, God, it's giving me chills. If you don't get out of this relationship, you're going to end up in a straitjacket. And I mean that, literally. Literally. More goosebumps.
Did she hear you?
I don't know. I don't know. She says she hears me, but she has this thing that she has to take care of other people. She has to take care of other people. She has to take care of other people. That's how she feels that she gets nurtured. But then the other person that she is in a relationship, because it's ongoing. This isn't the only relationship she's done this before. The other person is the taker. Takes, and doesn't give anything back.
Right.
And she doesn't do anything to, recharge her batteries. I mean, if she did, maybe she could last a little bit longer. But eventually, with this type of relationship, it's not going to work. Because one of them's going to end up on the ground, not able to function.
Right.
And the other one is going to do it because it's a manipulative move, because they don't want the other one to leave.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, it just hits so close to home because this is exactly the type of situations that I was in my past. Exactly the same things where, I was letting these things happen and being completely used, with, this individual or individuals where I was doing all the giving, I was doing all the working couple jobs, you know, where the other person wasn't, and
They're at home.
yeah, and all this, you know, there could also be the situation too where there is always something that comes up that is like, you can't leave me now because look what just happened, and they create that too to keep the person there. But you know, a relationship's supposed to be the give and the take, giving and taking on both sides, not just one side of it.
And ongoing, because the other person that's usually the taker, sometimes they'll do a little giving.
Yeah.
Because they'll say, see,
right,
I'm doing it, I'm helping you, and then it goes right back. The pattern keeps going right back to the same thing. They're sucking you dry. And then what are you talking about? I'm being nice to you now.
Right.
Because I don't want you to leave.
Yeah.
I love you.
Right.
You know? Or not even say the L word. I need you.
Exactly.
You know?
And there is the situations, oof, we went a little diagonal there. And they
like life.
yeah. And they do create the situations to where if you don't stay with me, I'm going down. But that's,
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one too. But it's all a manipulation. It's just hard for us when we get emotionally attached
and then,
to these
yeah,
people.
if you really care about this person, it's hard.
Right.
You know, you're saying like, how can you say that?
Yeah,
How can
right.
you say that about that person? You know, and then they'll be in it a little while and they go, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. But there's still some kindness in there. And I'm like going, oh my God, if you only knew. You know, I just tell them, no, they're just using you to, they show that just because, you know, I would tell you if there was kindness in there, I would.
Right.
You know, but there isn't anything there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We just don't see it sometimes when we're in the situation.
Yeah, so it's hard though, because people have soft hearts and they, you know, they want to help people and they love people, and you know.
Yeah, but but the whole thing,
You just can't give yourself up.
Yeah, if you find yourself in this situation, the lesson of the rescuer lesson is to not go down to bring somebody else up. It's like if somebody's drowning, we don't jump into the water to save them because we get pushed under, right? We can throw in a lifeline, or we can give them what help we can, but not to let ourselves go down. And both Vera and I, we were just talking about another situation that we both experienced, having that at a place that we worked, where, you know, have you ever been at a place where you had to sacrifice everything and have no life? But then that comes back to us when we want to give that much and we're not getting anything back. You know?
It doesn't mean like, you know, that we're asking for the moon and the stars. It's like, because, you know, like somebody once said, if you want appreciation, you're going to get that on the other side. You're not going to get that here. But even showing a little kindness, like, well, good job. That's it. You know, good job.
Right.
Something
no,
like
yeah,
that.
I mean, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes people come up with, you know, I think a lot of times people come up with the quotes and the things that they are working on or what they're going through. In other words, it can be tailored to their situation, but it's not a universal
So you don't
quote.
expect anything.
Yeah, so that, to keep doing.
Yeah, but I'm not saying to do something because you want a pat on the back. You do something out of the kindness of your heart, but you can't do it to give your soul up.
Exactly.
You know, you can't give up the way you are just because somebody else needs propping up.
Exactly.
You can help people. I'm not saying not to help people.
Right, but it's very important, because one of the things from the other side is saying in many different ways to us and others is to not let anyone tread on your soul. That's what we're here for. Yes, we're here to help other people, but we are one of those people. We are a spark of the divine. Every single one of us is a unique shard, a shard of God's unique personality. And we're not here to let someone tread on our soul. We're not here to live our life for somebody else. We're here to live our truth. And then and as we're okay, then help others. But not to give,
not at the expense of you.
Exactly. Our light needs to be intact too.
Yeah.
And then
you have to be able to recharge your batteries, to do something for you, you know, to get that energy back up.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
It's a good lesson for all of us,
Yeah,
isn't it?
because there's a give and take. I mean, it's not all, you know, how some people say, I'm not helping that person. They can stand up on their own 2 feet. When you have something to give.
Right.
We're saying when you have nothing left to give, you can't keep,
Exactly.
you know, we're talking about soul-wise, not monetary.
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
And I guess we will see you next Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye,
Enjoy your
everybody.
day.